Happening today, the president's crackdown on crime is once again focused on the nation's capital. Right now, you're looking live at the White House. President Trump declared Washington, D.C. virtually crime-free on Tuesday. Now, with the federal takeover of the D.C. Police Department set to expire today, Congress will have to decide whether to extend that order. NewsNation's Tom Dempsey has more from Washington. Tom, good morning. What's the likelihood of the D.C. police being under federal control come this time tomorrow?
Hey, Nick, good morning from Washington, D.C. Look, as of this morning, Congress has no plans to extend that federal takeover of the D.C. Police Department. But also important to note that just hours from now on Capitol Hill, the House Oversight Committee will come together to analyze a number of proposals that could literally overhaul the D.C. criminal justice system, including one proposal that would require 60-day congressional review of all D.C. Council legislation. Another calls for lowering the age of eligibility for juveniles to be tried as adults from 16 to 14 for certain violent crimes. President Trump announced that federal takeover of the D.C. Police Department back in August after declaring a public safety emergency. And following that, local police worked alongside federal law enforcement, including with immigration officers. New data from the Department of Justice shows over 2,100 arrests as part of this public safety emergency, including 20 alleged gang members. House Speaker Mike Johnson saying D.C. should serve as an example to other cities.
These mayors in these big blue cities have to ask this question, and I think their voters and the residents and the law-abiding citizens in all these cities should be asking local leadership, how long are you going to put up with this? When are you going to put your foot down and do the right thing?
And on Tuesday night, the president, vice president, and other leaders ate at a seafood restaurant near the White House to promote that takeover and lower crime rates. And Nick, we will also note that if or when this D.C. federal takeover of the police department expires, this will have no impact on the D.C. National Guard patrolling the streets of the nation's capital. That order for those forces was extended to November recently by the Army. Nick?
Tom, a quick question for you, though. How is D.C.'s mayor, Muriel Bowser, and other Democrats responding to the crackdown?
Yeah, that's been a big part of this story, Nick, is that relationship between the D.C. mayor and the federal government. And actually, the White House press secretary came out on Tuesday saying that and thanking the D.C. mayor for cooperating with the federal government and saying that they may work together more in the future. But Democrats in particular are really zeroing in on how President Trump, they believe, is targeting Democratic-run cities. Take a listen.
He's not talking about crime in Cincinnati or Toledo or Nashville or in other places. He's weaponizing this issue, and that's unfortunate because Democrats believe in safe communities everywhere.
And Nick, in a recent interview with the Washington Post, D.C. Mayor Muriel Bowser said that cooperating with the federal government during this public safety emergency may have actually helped Congress not extend that federal takeover of the police department. Nick?
Tom Dempsey live in our nation's capital. Tom, thank you so much.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.